Wonderful. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to our Forex morning call FMC. My name is Marcus, and I'm really happy to have you here in this lovely show here on Zoom, on Traders Yard, and on YouTube at the same time. Yanis, good morning. Johan, good morning. Alex, good morning. And Karel and Petya, good morning here on Zoom. I'm really happy that we can talk about trading today again. Yesterday we had a day off, a little bit holiday in Germany as well. Most of the countries in Germany, we had a day off yesterday. Today it's Friday, June 17, and we have to talk about a lot of things, especially our running trades, possible new trading ideas, and of course, I want to ask your question, answer your questions you will have on Zoom or on YouTube or on here on Traders Yacht. So the technique seemingly is working. That makes me really happy. Thomas, Ute, Alexandro, Gaetano, greetings to Portugal. Nice to have you here. So feel free, give me a like if you want. You see, this show is streamed on YouTube, and there is a button in the right corner. You can click on this, then you will subscribe this channel, this brand new English DowHow trading channel. And then you will never miss an episode. You can read the recordings. You can watch the recordings, something like this. And of course, Thomas, good morning. And yeah, then we can talk about trading independent from any kind of trader, from broker, of course. Okay, so you saw the risk note, by the way. You're responsible for your own trading. That's really important. So the first of all, what we have to check is just the numbers and the announcement today, and everything is over already, because the most important numbers last night was the Bank of Japan interest rate decision. They left everything unchanged, which means the previous one was minus 0.1, and they left it to minus 0.1. And they said in the announcement, they said we want to have a kind of stability, and therefore we do nothing actually for the moment. So at 8 o'clock right now, the Bank of Japan press conference is starting. We will see about the Japanese pairs. We saw a lot of volatility last night. And of course, this afternoon at 2:45, it's in, I guess it's in the morning in USA, Mr. Powell will have a speech and will talk about something about the markets. So that's the numbers today. If you want to follow my brand new Instagram account, then you can do this also. I give you the link right now. It's easier for you here on Zoom. I give it here to you in YouTube, and of course here on Traders Yard also. So that's just a pure English account. My other account, my German one, is official Markus Gabel, but this is here, you can see, that's my German one, but this is the real pure English one, DowHow Trading. Without a space, no line, no dot, nothing like this, just DowHow Trading. Please be careful with any scams, with any fake accounts. Unfortunately, there are a lot of other accounts outside there. I can report them, all of them, but Facebook always gave me, or Instagram gave me the response, nothing wrong. So that's the problem with this. Okay, so please be aware. If you're not sure, please ask me. Okay, but this is official Markus Gabel, that's a German one, and the English one is DowHow Trading. And you know, if you want to go deeper and you want to come quicker to your trading access, then I want to invite you to my also to this link, and this is the English course Pure Logic if you want. So you can click on this and then feel free to go through. First of all, I'm really proud of my students, because you see that's results before and after making the course, and you see it's really awesome. And I got a lot of response of people that make the course and they are a bit more successful than before. And if you want to make sure, then you can click on this proven expert side, and then you will see the comments of people that made the course already. And then maybe you can a little bit more convinced if you think it's worth to give this money for the course. Let's come to our trading, and we want to start as always with the DAX 40 in 15 minutes. So as you can see, we came back into the red zone. The point of control actually is up 13,474 euros by one future contract. And we came a little bit back into the red zone. We came from the green zone, and now we are back in the red zone. So what's about the trend? Yeah, the trend is facing downwards because actually we saw a break. A break was happening last night at 13,081 euros by one future contract. Now we have a trend. Unfortunately, it was not able to trade because this was in the middle of the night. The future is a little bit here. The future price is now still here in the second trend arm. So that's the real future. The other one is the CFD. That's the real future. It starts at 8 o'clock, you know, and it's closed in the middle of the night. So therefore, this is now the trend. We have here, you have to trade what you see, by the way. And if we will see a turnaround, 1, 2, 3, we are on the fourth trend arm, then we can open the trade again. We have to be carefully today because we expect expiry day, because we have the big future, the big expiry future day, Friday today. And this could be a little bit volatility, a little bit more volatile today. At around about 1 o'clock German time, by the way. So be careful with this and stick to the rules, and then you're always on the safe or on the protected side. Charles, wonderful, good morning. Nice to have you here. Remo, good morning. Nice to have you here also. Christoph, also good morning. Okay, so let's come to the top instruments and the most important instruments. And I need my drawing program also here. So let's start with DAX 40 in 4-hourly chart. So we had a trend continuation, and we are still deep in the green zone. As you can see, that's the red one. So first trend arm, second trend arm, and here we go. We are in the third trend arm now. So where was the possibility to go short here? It was here at this point too, or later at this point too again. So I guess the first one is a loser if you trailed your stop loss here, but you could make a re-entry and then you are in profit. And that means for the moment, it's a good idea to trail the stop loss into profit, that you cannot make a loss here in this chart, in this instrument here in 4-hourly chart. So the trend is still valid. We come back into the correction right now. And as long as we don't break this trend at this last 0.3, we have to suppose that the trend will continue. And I would suggest not to predict, not to analyze, not to interpret. You know, it's a zero-sum game. It's a mathematic game. You need a mathematic edge. Dori, good morning. Pedro, good morning. So follow the price and follow what you see and not what you think. This is the most important part, because thinking is not mathematic. Follow what you see based on mathematic rules, based on rules. That's what you bring success, and that what is successful in trading, basically. Okay, so that's about DAX 40. So, and as maybe you remember a little bit that I told you, I'm kind of quite sure that we will test this last low here on March 4th. So I'm not wondering if we will test this. So be careful with the next correction in case you trade DAX 40, and in case you trade 4-hourly chart, then this could be your chance to have an advantage or a benefit with the next move down, because there are just only two options. First, the trend break, or second, the trend continuation. That's a guarantee. One of the seldom cases where we have a guarantee as private traders. So why sometimes you go and see the future contracts? Yeah, because that's the CFD, and I don't trust CFDs so much because, you know, therefore sometimes I check the futures. But I'm really happy with Admirals as my broker because they're really close. The CFDs are really close to the futures. But, you know, with my real software or Gina Trader, my other brokers, I have future contracts and I trade futures with my private big account. And so therefore, I always used to have a check at the futures. It's not necessary, but sometimes it's maybe a better thing to do this. So, but it's not a need, by the way. Okay, so let's come to the Dow Jones. And in Dow Jones, we see the same. We still have a downtrend. It's this one, then the big one, also here correction, and then going short. Similar situation like in Dow Jones, like in DAX. So just waiting for this correction and then go short. In this case, we have to check if there is a correction then deeper than 38%. So we need a correction higher than 38 because it's the third trend arm. And up to the third trend arm, we need a correction then deeper than 38. Otherwise, it would violate the rules. And we cannot break the rules because otherwise we would hurt the game of mathematics. So, and with this, with hurting breaking the law of mathematics, the law of probabilities, you cannot make money on the long run. Based on accident, yes, but not on a stable, repeatable system. What's about gold? Yeah, we're still circling around the point of control. We're still circling in the red zone. And is there a trend right now? We have to check it. And let's see, where is we have this big break here, this big one. And that means now there was a first trend arm, and now we have a second one. So, and if you see this correction, we could set a pending order in case kind of catastrophic order, in case the price would go up. It is a trend. It's a new trend right now. And that means, okay, come on, let's set a pending order 0.04, for example, at the 0.2, close to the 0.2. And let's speculating on this trend continuation. I do it for you again. Is this one? And that's the first trend arm. And with the next move, the trend became valid. So now it's the first correction. And you know, in the second correction, it's allowed to open the trade at the 0.2. Up to the third trend arm, you have to wait until you have a correction 38. Then Euro USD, yeah, basically still, we made money here with the long, but now you have a downtrend. So basically there was no trend continuation here. That's a little bit, just a moment. Here we go, but I guess that's the same. No, that's the same. That's here. Okay, so that's the last point too, and you could see there was no close. So therefore, we are still in the correction. And that means you have to be prepared in case that Euro USD is going lower. So, and that means, yes, look at this one. We have to open the trade to the short side. Give a little bit space. Give a little bit space, but you must be prepared for the short side, by the way. Okay, it's the second trend arm. And there basically there is no uptrend. Why not? It's not a valid trend. It's simple. Look, that was the first trend arm. So, and that means that's the 0.2. Let's see. Okay, this is an extension. This is an extension, and you see, okay, there was a close. Yes, I'm wrong. I was wrong. So this is indeed a valid trend. So therefore, let's be prepared on both sides. Okay, so let's do it. So also first trend arm. That's a cool thing here at this broker, that you can work and you can be prepared on both sides. If you're living, for example, in USA and it's not allowed, then it's a cool thing if you split your account and do it to different brokers. Yeah, and then you can make hatching and you can trade on both sides, because in every trade you have, how should I say, you should not miss the entry. You should not miss the trend, because you will never know which direction the trend is going. So, and predictioning is not mathematics, it's just your private opinion. So therefore, let's set a pending order up here for a possible buy stop also. So stop sell and stop buy for the other side. Then you're prepared of both sides. And this is what you have to do as a trend follower. So Bitcoin, actually, there is nothing in Bitcoin. You can see there is actually no trend continuation yet. So, but we are still in a downtrend. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was the 5 top instruments. And the Dow Jones is a kind of example, like for NASDAQ and of course for S&P 500. Okay, so feel free to ask. I go now through my running trades. So first of all, we start with the Aussie JPY. And in Aussie JPY, you see big announcement, JPY this last night, Bank of Japan. So actually what I missed, you see, that was my entry. I did 2 entries. So you see, that was my first entry here at the last point 2. No, that's not. Here we go. That was the first entry. Then you see in my entry arm, there was a trend candle against my position from the last point 3, where I always have my initial stop to calculate my money as a worst case scenario, in case I'm not in front of the screen, I'm not at a desk, I have an accident, something like this. Then this is my worst case scenario, because at the point 3, that trend will break. But if I'm in front of my screen, then I can see, look, this is a trend candle against my position. So I trail the stop loss to go out immediately. Then you cut the loss. And this is a law. This is a principle in trading. Cut the losses and let the profits run. But first of all, cut the losses means protect your account. It's not about you are wrong. It just means your idea is not ready for the market right now. So stop interpreting, please. So then the price went up and you could see the trend was still valid. Yeah. So therefore, there was a changing of the color again, which is one of my signals. And then I opened the trade again here. So unfortunately, this trend candle here was against my position, but it was middle of the night. So normally I have to cut my loss here, and it was also a small loss. So now I woke up this morning and I could see, announcement that was in the middle of the night. It was not possible, unfortunately. So therefore, now I trailed my stop loss here to this candle. And if this candle will be finished at 11 o'clock roundabout this way, then I will trail my stop to this candle here. And then cutting the loss. Okay, this is what you have to do, by the way. And therefore, your money management is one of the most important things in trading, because you always have to make sure that your emotions never influence the technical part in trading, because trading is technique, trading is mathematic. Trading follows principles and mathematic rules. Therefore, it is not art, it's craft, it's technique. So therefore, you have to be focused on technique. Okay, so we come now to the rest. Canadian dollar, Japanese yen, I want to show you why I protect the money. So you see, we made a lot of money with the long. That was here. We got stopped out yesterday with 151 euros. That was really cool. And in the short, as you can see, that was my first, that was the first shot here, a small loss. That was the second shot. And then the price went down, was continuing the trend. And then I could see, okay, first of all, that's the first trend arm. That was the second one. And now in the third one. And up to the fourth one, I can open any trade. So therefore, I trailed my hard stop into the profit zone in case that the correction is going deeper, because I don't know what happens next. Therefore, you have to act in a technical way, because now we have a correction deeper 38, and now we can wait for the return, for the turnaround. And if there will occur or will show up a balance candle or maybe changing of the color, then we can open the trade again. So, and that's cool trading. Protect your money in the first place and don't analyze, just follow what you see. Simeon, greetings to Nigeria. Nice to have you here. So therefore, I put it back on my watch list here. Next one, Euro Aussie. You see, this is what I did. I opened the trade here again because I'm still in the fourth trend arm here. Then we didn't have a trend continuation. The trend continuation will happening here at the green line. So the price came back again. I trailed my hard stop from the last 0.3, which is here. I trailed it here to my entry in case the price will come deeper, and it did. So, but I'm still in my fourth trend arm. Then I could see there was changing of the color. There was a balance candle, and I opened the trade again. Stop loss again, the last 0.3, same behavior. If I will have a blue candle against my position, I trail the hard stop, cut the loss. If the price is going up, just let it go. Euro JPY, same procedure. Look, that was the first. We made a lot of money with this trend here. 383 euros, by the way. So now in the second trend arm, which was here, that was the second trend arm. I opened the trade here. I saw the trend continuation with a new 0.2, but then I could see, it's not longer working. So I trailed my stop loss from the last 0.3 to the entry, and I didn't have a loss. I protect my money, didn't have a loss, because you see now this is the last 0.3 and it's working on this. It's not a break. It's not a break here. And if you can see the next balance candle, by the way, here, for example, or changing of color, then we have to open the trade again. Therefore, Euro JPY back on the watch list. Oh, so now look at this one, British pound JPY. We made great profit with the long. Great profit with the long. We came here, trailed a stop to the last 0.3. We worked with a soft stop, and everything was fine. So how much? Yeah, it was also 144. So at the same time, we were opening, we has been opening here. No, we opened past, sometimes grammar, absolutely impossible. So we opened the trade at the 0.2 for short. Then we saw a trend continuation here. And then I could see, no, it's not working. I trailed my stop loss into the profit. And this is the cool thing. You see, we made money with the long. We didn't lose money with the short. And now I have to see, okay, where is the last 0.3? Last 0.3, there was a close. That means that here is my last 0.3. That's the last 0.3. And now I have to see if there is a break or not. No, close. But seemingly with this candle, there will be a break. And that means the downtrend is broken. And that means we have seemingly a new uptrend. So, and the new uptrend is first trend arm. And now we're coming up to the second one. And now we need a correction, and then we can speculating on the trend continuation to the upper side. So therefore, British pound JPY back to the watch list. So next one is Euro Aussie. Ah, that's the old one. Euro New Zealand dollar, still in a long, nothing to do. The short, by the way, is broken. Actually, we don't have a short, just only the long one. Then we have British pound USD. We are still in a short because you see we have a broken downtrend. That's the soft stop here. I trailed my hard stop here, and I don't lose money with the short, but I'm also in a long because my, no? Yeah, sure. Let's see. Just a moment. Just a moment. No. It's just my, yeah, it's just short. Yeah, of course, short, just only here. Exactly, yes, that was the long. Okay, we are short here. And just for the moment, let it go. But please be prepared because now we have a contrary trend. And therefore, we have to be prepared in case the price will turn around. And then we can make a long trend also. Okay, that was my part. Just one question here. I can see an uptrend in Aussie Canadian dollar in Forex. Let's see. Aussie Canadian dollar. Let's see. Aussie Canadian dollar. Aussie Canadian dollar. In 4-hourly chart. That's true. That's true. Absolutely. I have this on my watch list too. Okay, so basically, that's the first trend arm. And that was the second one. So the entry was a little, or is a little bit late because the perfect entry was here at the last point too. Now, actually, we see a trend continuation. Now we are in the third trend arm. So now we need a correction deeper 38. That means here, check it out. We need a correction deeper 38, then a balance candle, and then we can speculating on a trend continuation here in the third trend arm. Very well, Pedro, very well. Yeah, we have it on the watch list, Australian dollar, Canadian dollar. So what's about the result actually? I don't want to let you behind. And this, look at this one. And this is what I want to show you. By the way, in the last video I published, someone was saying that's peanuts. I made with every trade this one. Okay, all of it, we know that's illusion, that's stupid, you know, that's just marketing. Don't believe such stupid things. It's not happening in this way. So this is the starting. And by the way, if you give me 2 times more, because there was a question was happening last year, and for a recording, why I destroyed that. We started with 10,000 euros in the January 2021. So my problem was I stick to the rules, but admirals forced me to trade in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, in hourly chart, something like this to make marketing for this. And you know, that's not my time frames because I cannot afford this. So that was the problem. I missed too many trades. About the terrible time management, I missed too many re-entries. About my terrible time management, I had too many losses because I was not able to trail my stop and to work technically and properly. And that was the result. If you didn't stick to the rules, if you break the rules about trade management, missing, and if you especially, the most important case or the most important reason Why I almost destroyed the account was I broke the law of probabilities. I broke the law of mathematics. And that was the point, because you can check all my other accounts. They're always in profit. Yeah, always in profit. So, and then I decided, no, I cannot teach you. And I cannot tell you every day how wonderful is DowHow trading, how wonderful is the course. Gave me money that you can make the course. I cannot tell you this. And on the other side, I am deep with 80% in loss. So I will destroy my own name. And I'm not stupid. Sometimes I'm a little bit, but not that stupid. So I thought this side, I talked to Admirals and said, no, I cannot do this longer. So I don't destroy my own name for you that you have more accounts. I don't do this. So therefore, on December the 1st, last year, 2021, I decided to trade my own strategy again. And you see, that's the result. Since December the 1st, we had 178%. And that's the graph for this. And this is the best proof ever that if you stick to the rules, if you have a proper trade management, if you stick to the law of probabilities, you must become successful. And this is not you can or maybe. If you control your emotions, and if your emotions will never influence the technical part, that's pure logic, ladies and gentlemen, that's pure logic. Then you must become successful on a long run. And this is what I want to tell you with this. And therefore, yeah, check the course and then you will become successful with this. Okay. I'm done. I don't want to take your time too much. We will see each other in the Traders Yacht room, in the free live trading room for the rest of the day. If you have any questions more, otherwise, I hope we see each other. No, by the way, next week I'm in holiday. So next Forex morning show is next Friday because I'm on education next week, not holiday. I'm in abroad next week from Monday to Thursday because I have my own education with my own mentors, 4 days, and next Friday. So please put it in your watch list and put it on your note. Next Forex morning show, a Forex morning call is next Friday because next week I'm on education. So thanks for listening and have a great Friday. Have a great weekend and we'll see each other next Friday again. And have courage and be kind. And you know, may the force of the rules be with you. See ya next Friday.